Pet King. Chapter 34, Shishi. Shishi was the kind of girl that would wear summer clothing even when the weather was cold. She always complained that she wasn't born in a warmer place so that she could go out dressed in a short skirt all year long without being criticized by her parents. From her appearance, Shishi seemed like the lovely style. The clothing she wore was mostly Japanese style with a lot of layers and many matching accessories. She liked to talk by using a falsetto voice. From her appearance and her clothing style, she was appealing to male otakus. However, she was not interested in male otakus. Her goal was to find and marry a self-made millionaire. It would be even more ideal if his parents were deceased and he had no siblings or any single relatives living under the poverty line. It would be even better if his age was under 35 years old. Nevertheless, this wish temporarily hadn't been granted, and she was still diligently searching for a target. Shishi and Zhaoqi were close friends who worked at the same company and often went out together for fun. The reason they were good together was simply because they had different styles and never had to worry about one of them surpassing the other. They could be considered to complement each other. This was not the first time Shishi had been a guest in Zhaoqi's apartment. She easily found her way through this little neighborhood and went up the elevator while carrying a huge bag of snacks in her left hand. After the elevator stopped, she stood in front of Zhaoqi's door and pressed the doorbell. After a while, the da-da-da of slipper sounds behind the door could be heard. A shadow dazzled through the peephole. Spontaneously, Shishi immediately posed with her finger making the V sign. Chi-chi, it's me. As the door lock clicked, the door opened. Ghost. Shishi turned around and was ready to run off, but Chi-chi pulled her from behind. What ghost? Get in, please. Zhaoqi dragged the constantly struggling girl into the room, then shut the door. Shishi was trembling with fear. She looked Zhaoqi up and down many times before finally being able to confirm that she was not a ghost. It was only afternoon, but Zhaoqi looked like she had just woken up. Her hair was messy. All the curtains in the room were kept sealed, so the room was very dark. Hence, under the black and white contrast, Zhaoqi's pale face and her white night robe seemed very terrifying. Chi-chi, you. Shishi pointed at Zhaoqi and couldn't make a sound. Zhaoqi pulled her hair back and said, "Oh, I was busy with an argument and forgot to wash my face. You can take a seat. I will go and clean myself up." She took the bath towel and went to the bathroom. Soon, the sound of running water came to Shishi's ears. Argument? With who? The new assistant? Millions of questions filled Shishi's head, but she would rather wait than go to the bathroom and ask Zhaoqi. The computer in the bedroom was still on. She put down the snack bag and opened all the curtains and windows in each room. The rooms brightened up right away. Meow. She turned around and saw a round, hairy kitten leaning against Zhaoqi's pillow. It was curiously and cautiously staring at her like a stranger. Hey, are you Lan Lan? You are so cute, even prettier than the one in the pictures. Shishi was not immune to cute little animals. Her eyes filled with many red hearts, and she rushed over instantly. Lan Lan was frightened and took many steps back, curling up its body. Hee, don't be scared. I'm your big sister, Shishi. Wait a minute and I will get you a present. Shishi dug out a few seafood-flavored potato chips from her snack bag. She put some in her mouth first, then held out a piece of potato chip to lure Lan Lan. Come on, Lan Lan, it's very delicious. Come over to your big sister. Meow, meow. Zhaoqi walked out the bathroom, wiping water off her face. She immediately stopped Shishi. Don't feed the cat that salty snack. It's not good for her to have too much salt. Just eat it yourself. Nonsense. That must be a myth. Shishi quickly filled her mouth with potato chips and said, You are saying this is because you are afraid that I will kidnap Lan Lan. Zhao Qi threw over the instruction paper prepared by Zhang Ziyan and said, "Read it yourself." She lost interest after a few glimpses and commented, "Too long. I refuse to read. Only a male otaku would summarize such things." "Hey, Chi, who did you have an argument with? On the internet, you don't know them." Zhao Qi went back to her computer, refreshed the website, then started typing. "What the heck? Chi, please don't become a female otaku. I heard only male otaku and female otaku would swear at each other online," she responded, concerned. "The problem is that the other party was making me really angry, you know." Zhao Qi typed a line of words and posted them, then leaned against the bed while holding Lan in her arms. "What's going on?" She questioned while chewing the potato chips. Zhao Qi told her the whole story at once. When Zhao Qi had posted her comments, the post had instantaneously become a hot post on the forum. Of course, it was attributed to her beautiful photos. On the internet, where male otaku dominated the realm, beautiful women were hard to find. The spies from Star's pet chain supermarket usually only appeared in request posts talking about where to purchase cages. Numerous people who were deceived at Star's pet chain supermarket posted their experiences. Additionally, people of neutral standing added fuel to the flames, so the spies at Star's pet chain supermarket seemed lost in argument. They started acting unreasonable and shameless. They started flinging abusive words and insulting the posters. Finally, it brought about public indignation. Since it was the weekend, there were more people online than usual. In the pet section, the quantity and popularity of posts went straight up. It surpassed the trading section and was just below the irrigation section. Within those spies, a few IDs had been revealed by Zhao Qi, who became the target of public criticism. The current focus was that both sides accused the other party of being internet spies, but none of the parties had substantial evidence. General members weren't able to see each other's IP addresses, only the forum owner was able to see IP addresses, but the last digit was replaced by an asterisk. Only the forum manager would be able to see the complete version of it. However, at this point, the online incident had not been brought to the manager's attention. The byproduct of these posts was the repeated mention of the Amazing Fate pet shop's name. Many people were asking about the location of this pet shop. Some people enthusiastically replied back, "Hey, no need to be so serious. Just treat them as a group of mad dogs. Just ignore them." She couldn't understand why Zhao Qi was so serious about this. Speaking of the reason, Zhao Qi felt very mad after being bullied by the company's new assistant, and now she felt an urge to find a way to release her anger. "No matter what, now that I am in a bad mood, I will continue to fight back," she said with determination. She took a glance at the clock and reminded her, "Don't forget that we were planning to go to the new coffee shop." Zhao Qi shook her hand and said, "You can go by yourself. I have no time." She felt anxious because that coffee shop was a high-end place surrounded by a few big companies, and she might be able to meet a rich CEO there. If not a CEO himself, the next generation would be fine too. Two of them together would draw a lot of attention from the crowd. If she was going there by herself, she would not feel the same way. She rolled her eye and suggested, Chi, you didn't find any evidence yet, right? I have an idea.